Walford never sleeps, but last night, something shifted. Stacey Slater, the woman who had survived more heartbreaks than anyone could count, made the decision to leave. Brazil is a paradise under the sun, a new beginning, or so it seems. But anyone who knows Stacey knows that leaving is never simple. Her eldest daughter, Lily, stayed behind. Her granddaughter, Charlie, stayed behind. And behind her smile, a storm was already brewing. What viewers didn't see was what nobody saw was the tension in the air as Stacey walked away from the airport. Every glance back, every hesitant step forward, whispered secrets, half-truths, and lies that weren't hers alone. Max Branning's shadow lingered, even miles away, and Walford's most dangerous new player, Joel Marshall, was already on the move. Joel didn't just arrive in Walford, he infected it. Obsessed with control, his manipulations stretched across screens and streets alike. He wasn't just targeting Stacey, he was studying her, watching her every move online, tracing her every interaction. And for him, there were no limits. Max Branning, the man who had once shattered countless lives, returned to Walford like a storm in human form. Lauren and Peter's wedding should have been a celebration, but Max's presence changed everything. His daughter, Oscar, was excited, his ex, Stacey, caught off guard, and then a kiss with Zoe, his ex's cousin, that sent ripples across the entire square. Behind the glamorous entrances and dramatic confrontations, Max had a mission. He wasn't here for reconciliation alone. He was here to dig up secrets, test loyalties, and manipulate hearts. Every glance at Stacey was calculated, every apology rehearsed. And just as viewers thought Max might leave quietly, he was gone again, disappearing into the streets of Walford. But his return was far from over. He had unfinished business, and Walford would feel his shadow long after his exit. If Max was a storm, Joel Marshall was a wildfire. A young man with no respect for boundaries, Joel's manipulations escalated faster than anyone expected. Secret filming, harassment, online attacks. He wasn't just a villain, he was a blueprint of chaos. Every adult in Walford tried to intervene. Teachers, parents, even friends. But Joel had the upper hand. Next week's episodes promised to push boundaries further. A shocking incident at Walford High, involving Joel and Tommy Moon, would leave the square in disbelief. Physical confrontations, public accusations. And for those watching, a chilling realization. In Walford, influence isn't just offline or online, it's everywhere. Joel's actions weren't just personal, they were a mirror of the dangerous ideologies creeping into the digital world. And with the BBC releasing a companion documentary, viewers would finally see just how close to home this darkness really is. Meanwhile, back in the Slater household, tensions boiled. Stacey's departure had set off a chain reaction. Jean, the matriarch, found herself confronting Zoe in a fury she could not contain. "You've torn this family apart!" she screamed, echoing through the house. Zoe, isolated and stunned, had nowhere to run. And as each secret came to light, Max and Zoe's affair, Stacey's hidden struggles, Lily's shocking pregnancy, the walls of the Slater home seemed to close in like a trap. But the true horror was unseen. While family drama played out on the surface, the undercurrents were far darker. Every choice made by Max, every impulsive act by Zoe, every desperate flight by Stacey was being watched, recorded, catalogued. And in the shadowed corners of Walford, the next act of chaos was already being written. 2023 had been a year Walford would never forget. 6 women hiding a murder. Martin Fowler's tragic death during a live episode. Stacey's subscription-based site scandal drew the dangerous attention of Theo Hawthorne. Every storyline intertwined like a web, each thread threatening to strangle the unsuspecting characters in their midst. Viewers felt it, even if they didn't fully understand it. Walford was alive, pulsing with secrets and danger. And now, with Max gone, Stacey in Brazil, and Joel Marshall growing bolder, the stage was set for something unprecedented. Before we continue into the darkest depths of Walford's latest chaos, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you want to be the first to uncover every shocking twist, betrayal, and explosive revelation. Turn on notifications, because in Walford, the next secret could drop at any moment, and you won't want to miss it. In Brazil, Stacey's life was supposed to be a fresh start. The sun, the beaches, the freedom. But freedom comes at a price. She couldn't escape the digital shadows of Walford, where Joel's manipulations reached across continents. Every message, every post, reminded her that she wasn't just running from Walford, she was running from the chaos that had followed her like a predator. Her mind wandered back to Lily, her daughter, still left behind, and Charlie, her granddaughter. Every decision weighed heavily. Every choice carried consequences. And while the city of Walford seemed miles away, she knew the storms there had a way of finding her, no matter where she ran. Back in Walford, the Queen Vic was more than a pub. It was the epicenter of every secret betrayal and twisted revelation. Max's kiss with Zoe had shaken the regulars to their core. Stacey's slap on Zoe's face had been the spark that lit the powder keg. And now whispers filled the air. Who could be trusted? Who was hiding the next explosive secret? Even Kat and Alfie Moon, pillars of the square, found themselves pulled into the drama. Confrontations that started as casual warnings soon spiraled into public chaos. And in the shadows, Joel watched. He thrived on this tension, feeding off the fractures in families, exploiting loyalties, and pushing boundaries further than anyone thought possible. Joel's reach wasn't limited to the streets or school halls, he had the internet. Social media, private streams, secret groups. His ideology spread like wildfire, infecting anyone who came into contact with it. Parents debated, teenagers whispered, and the square's very sense of safety crumbled. The BBC documentary, EastEnders Investigates, The Manosphere, would reveal the shocking scale of these digital threats. But for viewers, the suspense was already unbearable. Every episode, every moment of drama felt like a countdown to disaster. And with Stacey gone and Max gone, the center of Walford's storm was left exposed, ready to ignite in the most unexpected ways. As the cab pulled away, carrying Stacey, Arthur, and Hope to Brazil, Walford held its breath. Max had left too, slipping away into the night after leaving voicemails that promised more complications. Zoe, left to face Jean's wrath, had no allies, and Joel Marshall was already plotting his next move. Every character now faced a choice: fight, flee, or fall. But one thing was certain: nothing in Walford would ever be the same again. And just when you think you know who the villain is, the next twist comes darker, more shocking, and impossible to predict. Just when you think Joel Marshall is the biggest threat, the truth begins to surface. Someone else is pulling the strings. A shadow figure, known only through cryptic messages and digital footprints, has been guiding Joel's every move. Every harassment, every secret leak, every act of chaos in Walford might not be Joel's idea at all. But who? And why? Stacey's departure to Brazil was never meant to be permanent, but what if it was orchestrated to lure her out of reach? Every interaction Max has had with Zoe, every confrontation, every argument, could it all have been manipulated? Even seasoned residents like Jean and Alfie begin to notice inconsistencies, missing messages, deleted conversations, secret meetings. Something bigger than Max, Stacey, or Joel is at work. Something dangerous. And as the audience, you start to feel the pulse of a conspiracy slowly wrapping around the square. Stacey arrives in Brazil, expecting peace. Sun, beaches, freedom. But Walford has a way of following you. Late at night, cryptic messages appear on her phone. Her old online subscriptions, her past secrets, they're not gone. They've been weaponized. And then she notices it. Someone is tracking her flights, her movements, even her social interactions. Brazil isn't the sanctuary she thought it was. It's a stage, and someone in Walford is already watching her next move. The paranoia sets in. Is it Joel? Or is there a hidden mastermind behind him, controlling the chaos from the shadows? Stacey realizes something terrifying. Leaving Walford doesn't mean escaping it. The square's secrets are mobile, omnipresent, and unstoppable. Meanwhile, Max Branning isn't just gone. He's planning. Every step he takes, every decision, is carefully calculated. He knows the chaos he caused at the wedding wasn't a mistake, it was a distraction. While the square watched his drama with Zoe and Stacey, Max quietly collected intelligence. Who trusts who, who's vulnerable, who can be manipulated. A mysterious phone call hints at someone orchestrating events behind the scenes, someone Max can't see yet. Max realizes he's deeper than ever. His usual schemes feel small compared to the invisible hand controlling Walford's newest crisis. And in a shocking twist, Max begins making moves that don't just affect Stacey or Zoe, they threaten the balance of the entire Slater family. Joel, meanwhile, evolves. The lessons of Walford have been harsh, but he's adapting. His tactics become more sophisticated. Psychological manipulation, gaslighting, subtle online influence, recruiting followers without their knowledge. The square begins to fracture. Friendships shatter. Parents distrust children. And the audience begins to see a chilling parallel. Walford isn't just a neighborhood. It's a microcosm of the digital age, where secrets are currency, and the young can become predators without anyone noticing. And then a shocking escalation. Joel targets someone previously thought untouchable, someone powerful, someone who could destroy him. This next move will change everything.